Hello, I'm Experience, the Rockmeister who likes Jägermeister Supercake. Anyways, welcome to Underrated Albums. Now this album is from a band from Pasadena, California. They have one of the greatest guitarists of all time. So anyways, here's Van Halen with their album, Fair Warning. Supercake. Fair Warning is Van Halen's fourth album, and came after their last album, Women and Children First. This album is also Van Halen's slowest selling album. It is also their shortest album, coming in just about 30 minutes. Now let's go on to the individual songs. Okay. Here's the first track called Mean Street. This song is one of the singles from this album, and for good reason. It's dark and powerful, and its gritty lyrics talk about a neighborhood where you have to fight for your life.
And I'm searching for the latest thing I break in this routine. I'm talking some new kicks, ones like you ain't never seen. This is home. This is Mean Street.
Motherfucker! Not only is it one of my favorites, but I consider it one of Van Halen's best songs. And now for the second track called Dirty Movies. The song basically talks about, you guessed it, dirty movies. This song's a little more subdued than Mean Street, but definitely has some awesome riffs, and trademark David Lee Roth.
Hey, you remember when that girl was prom queen? Oh, wow. Take it off! Take it off!
What? And now for the third track called Sinner Swing.
Alright, you sinners, swing! Danger in the rearview mirror, there's trouble in the wind. Madness ringing up the rear, the menace is loose again. She looks so fucking good, so sexy and so frail. Something got the bite on me, I'm going straight to hell.
Stop! This song is scary. As you can tell, the song definitely ups the tempo and aggression to 11. The song is actually also one of my favorites. And now for the fourth track called Hear About It Later. The song is also more subdued, but definitely has one of the most catchiest riffs on this album. I also like the backing vocals, though Michael Anthony always does a good job at it.
You can try me at home, if it feels alright, but I ain't home at night.
Alright.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
And now for the fifth track called Unchained. This song's another single from this album. It is also actually one of their most known songs. It's no wonder that the song is more well known, for it's more traditional Van Halen than all the other songs on this album.
Here's to your thin red line. Ooh, I'm stepping over, but you never miss me till I got a fat city address.
Hold up. Did he just say Fat City?
Fat city, used up and ready.
And now for the sixth track called Push Comes to Shove. The song is definitely the most subdued of this album, though it does give you the same danger as the other songs do. I think the themes of the song has to do with divorce and spousal abuse. What? You want me to make a joke about spousal abuse? You think spousal abuse is funny? I mean, yeah. I abuse Laura Croft here all the time, but that's our problem. The band's talking about a serious issue here. I'm sorry, man, but I got nothing. Alright. I think I got something. Are you ready? Okay. Here it is. On second thought, just forget that I did that. Anyway, the song's pretty unique. And now for the seventh track called So This Is Love.
Oh, yeah. Check me out on the good side here. When my baby's on the corner and she's looking so fine, put one and one together and it blow my mind up.
This song is the third single from this album. And it's obviously because the song's the most cheery on this album, which is actually a breath of fresh air for it.
But keep on walking. I'm in love. Once over, I'm overdone. This is love. Ooh, I need your loving. Come on, baby, take me home. This is love.
Really, Van Halen? You think this is love? Some teenage minor dating a whore who's a bobblehead? And who cheated with the Master Chief behind my back? No, Van Halen. I don't agree. And now for the 10th track called Sunny Afternoon in the Park. Ah, yes. Sunny afternoon in the park. I can imagine it now. I can imagine myself sitting on a bench. I can see the people passing me by. I can also see the birds flying from tree to tree. I can see myself just throwing breadcrumbs just to watch them eat it. Ah, what peaceful, relaxing imagery. My God, that is so... So yeah, that's the song. Pretty weird, huh? A little fact, the original title of the song was actually Sunday Afternoon in the Park After a Week-Long Acid Trip. Makes sense. Creepy as it may be, the drums and synth actually work together pretty well on the song. And now for the 11th and final track called One Foot Out the Door. This song and Sunday Afternoon are one of the shortest songs on this album, for they both at the same time, 1 minute and 58 seconds. The song is certainly fast and energetic, and it's not driven by a guitar, it's actually driven by a synth, like the last song. The song sounds like it could have been on F0. The only guitar is on the solos. So yeah. So in conclusion, this album is one of the most underrated Van Halen albums, at least from the Dave Roth era. I mean, the songs are so different from what they had in their past albums, and they're done really well. And sure, some of the songs are a little weird and dark, but hey, it was just Van Halen experimenting, and what's wrong with that? The only thing about this album, though, is that it actually could have been a classic. I mean, when writing the album, Eddie Van Halen, the guitarist, he wanted the songs to be more darker and epic. He wanted the lyrics to be more gritty and real. But then David Lee Roth, the singer, he wanted the album just to be like a party album, like their other ones. So the album's kind of like a mixed bag of sorts. But hey, for what it is, it's really good. So that's my review for this album. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.